What we are doing is, in the 21st century, we believe that 21st century skills involve being able to communicate with language in multiple mediums.
Visual elements and their elements of argument in order to move us to do this. This is no small thing. You change your attitude or you take action, someone's really had to persuade you because people are hard to make act. You usually have to throw things out.
Because some of the things that you saw today were very interactive. Okay? How can you make a class interactive if you have 100 people?
Theater is a verbal thing. It's the words that matter much more than anything else.
Because oftentimes the students are coming from sciences or they're coming from engineering. They're coming from disciplinary areas where it's very important for them to work in teams. So a lot of our classroom pedagogy in relationship to technical and professional writing will emphasize team activities to get them ready for moving into workplaces where they'll have to collaborate with other people in a face-to-face setting or even virtually in some cases, right?
most of your in-class assessments are going to be formative. So you can see how much the students have learned, how much work they still need to do to reach the standards that you've set. And those, when they're going to be for the student, the key part is that there's feedback that's given to the students that helps them learn what else they need to do. It's not just telling them you passed or you failed, but here's the things that you need to work on to improve for next time.
You have your L1, and here you have your L2 grammar, and say you can make an argument that you're starting with something at least here that you're able to use, then you might be going along some kind of continuum where your interlanguage is developing until it gets to the point where you have a native-like proficiency.
Of course, vocabulary is a great way to learn vocabulary because it's like glue. When you learn a song, the words kind of stick in your head, as you know. So I like to think of it this way. Here we go! Who's gonna say what's impossible will beg for God? This world keeps saying.
行者有志，不失其所者久，死而不亡者寿。
So how would studying the literature of either language help you to achieve your goals as a teacher? That's a big question. And I suspect that it will help you in different ways, and some of you more than others. If you don't have a real appetite for reading, if it's not something that really, boy, I love to do this, you're probably better off not forcing yourself.
But those who come over here would certainly be introduced to the idea that studying film is itself a discipline, and that we can do a lot with looking really carefully at a scene in a movie and taking apart that scene. It's like reading a piece of literature.
Every normal human being has the ability to learn a language. No other species has this ability.
But she's pointing out how our identities are not essential to who we are. That we wear a lot of different identities, but who we really are on the inside is something different. This is a feature of Huckleberry Finn and the kind of theme of identity that will lead to his other theme of freedom.
But I think it's really deeply changed me. And I have already reorganized my class back to China because I will have class the second day when I'm back to China. And I have already reorganized it. And I'll show what I've learned here, and I want to show it immediately to my students. I will show all the experience I have splendid to my students in my own way. Thank you so much. Really, thank you.
So this is really a golden opportunity for me to come into American and to learn so many very useful techniques and theories. And I also experienced some American culture, maybe American food, and I come into the classes and talk with the American students and to communicate more thoughts. I think this is very useful for me.
Actually, it has been almost 8 years since I have graduated from university, and it is the first time, during the 8 years, I have had such an overwhelming feeling that being a student, being a trainee could be such an amazing experience.
The atmosphere in this campus is very good, not only for its studying atmosphere, but also for its being friendly to others. I will remember a sentence shared by some famous writer: "No one is useless if he lightens the burden of another person." I think by coming together, we share. By sharing, we communicate. By communicating, we improve. By improving, we achieve. That's what I think. Yes.
I see professors who's trying their best to inspire, to enlighten their students. I see how these professors values and appreciate every single opinion their students have, but never judging them. So I have to say that it really enlightened me. It really enlightened me. So that's why I would like to thank all the professors here for enlightening me so that I can go back to enlighten my students.
We learn English is not kind of task-oriented. We learn English just because we need another way to understand the world better. Just like that. So when I come back to China, maybe I can give the answer to my students. It's not just about language. We learn English just because we need another way to understand, to feel, to get more emotion about the world, the real world of the truth. So I don't want to say I'm gonna teach you guys language, the second language. I'm gonna teach you guys a second way to know what you are and what the world really is.
We take great pride in collaborating with New Oriental Education and Technology Group by running a teacher training program consistently over the past 4 years. I believe this program has not only benefited our trainees, but also has broadened our own perspectives and enriched our own experiences. I see this program as a fine example that reflects on the commitment and dedication of faculty, staff, and graduate students in the English department to reach out to the larger communities in alignment with our university's strategic vision. We will continue our efforts and try our best to bring the English department to the next level of excellence in the years to come.